you are.
Okay, so last time you all decided, hey, we're going to go from the Iron Sun, I believe, to go to Vault 901, right?
Yes.
You encountered your encounters, fought some pretty hard ones, some pretty difficult ones. Met
Yeah.
your friend Jams, who was locked up inside of a weird cryo freezer. And
Yeah.
then on your way out, found, couple encounters on your way out, found some stuff, and you rested, and now I gotta roll for your encounters again.
And we got a pet dog, and
Yep, your pet dog named Ringo. Jams almost died to a behemoth. Allergies are getting
Good
to me,
job on
so
those
this
stealth rolls,
this
everybody.
episode's gonna have a lot of sniffles in it. Just for the sheer fact of there was so much pollen out today that I had to clean out my AC's filter from so much pollen. It was all gunked up in the filter. It was like snowing yellow outside. Because there was like one day that we had it like drop down to a little bit cold, and every plant's like, "The fuck's going on?" And then it got real hot again, so they all decided, "Oh, we're gonna bloom again." Poof. However, as you're all traveling through, let's see, roll your dice. You're on the second day of travel, right?
Yeah.
uh, yeah, we killed the scorpions. We rested,
Scorpion's a behemoth.
and then we had the behemoth. I guess we try. I don't know how many.
Okay,
That's everything we
so
did when we left.
as you move your tokens real quick. So as you all are going through the Fallout tri-state area, of course, you manage to come across a toxic site. So let me get the little shapes up here for you.
Oh, where'd you post the Get that owlbear.
Oh, I'll get you the link real quick. We'll post it in the Wasteland chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you're traveling on through, you come to a toxic site where there's a lot of little pools of noxious toxic waste around. As your Geiger counter starts to go a little beepy. Now, if you stay on the ground, you don't go too close to them, you should be okay. But you obviously don't want to fall in. That said, the ground here looks kind of weak in some spots. And to not so much aid in that, you got some company in the form of ghoulies. So just what do y'all characters do?
Did these look feral ghouls or
Oh yeah, they're feral,
okay?
glowing even.
Uh, Um, yeah, I would very much like to try to get the fuck away from this place.
Yeah, I see value in taking the long way around.
Get my notebook real quick here.
Yep.
What'd you say?
I believe we're gonna try to get away if we can.
How do you wish to do so?
Run like hell back the way we came.
Okay, so full
Oh,
retreat.
yeah, away from the bullshit.
So, to run away, I would need you all to roll me a survival check to see if you can escape or if the rads are too strong.
Okay, and everybody rolls one.
Yes, everybody rolls survival when it's put together.
Okay. Yeah, I failed.
I so failed.
I met it.
So you pass. So we have two fail, one pass.
I got passed.
Yeah, you passed. You're built into survival. At 37, you definitely passed. I don't even know what your number is, but
So 2 passes, 2 fails. So, middle of the road, you are okay where you are right now. However, something you do notice from them is that your Geiger counter itself isn't beeping from the radiation, it's the noxious gas they're emitting. And those gas clouds are moving. So what's everybody's course of action? You can't really go back the way you came, but you can move forward.
um, okay. I guess we'll have to make a.
If you did want to go back the way you came, you'd have to make a radiation check to see if you're able to evade the clouds behind you.
I'd be good with that.
Is everybody okay with that?
I mean, we could always try to run, like actually run here through the
Through the clouds.
yeah,
Remember, right
pick
click
a
his pointer.
pick a direction and go either, go this way and up or something.
Alright.
I mean, it's not gonna be great, but yeah, I guess we're gonna try to make a break for it.
Okay. So we'll go big order, meaning that you all will take your turns and then they will take their turns, since there's a lot of moving stuff. So, Sven, you're up, since you're not in initiative yet. But we're still using like loose initiative, so like you still have AP limited.
Okay. 4, 5, 6,
Radiation
7.
check.
Okay. Um, uh, 20.
A 20 passes.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
How much fucking AP do you have?
20.
That's ridiculous.
26. That's 26 squares, which is like uh 11 AP. I will then
Finish up your turn.
well, yes, I used 11, so I have 9 AP. I will give my remaining AP to Lena.
So Lena
That's
has
9, so she gets 3.
3. So as you move, now the radiation clouds are going to move. As I rolled my d4s. And then I get to see which of these fuckers is moving. Five saw movement, so he's gonna kind of go over here where he last saw it. Virgil, you're up.
1 AP is 2 squares.
2 AP, and 2 AP is 5 squares, though.
2 AP, 25 feet.
Yeah.
Gonna try to take the long way around. Virgil?
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, I had my mic farther away because I was eating. Oh shit, I lost count. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Radiation check
25.
for going into the cloud.
Yup. That's... Excuse me. 4 plus 8 is 12.
You take 28 rads. As your Geiger kind of goes vroom.
That's half the capacity of my mask. Yay for mask.
Does that end your turn, or you keep going?
Let's see, that's 25.
25 would be 10 of your 20 AP.
Oh, well, then I can definitely just come right up here. And that'll end my turn.
Well, and then you could do the same thing I did where you pass your AP.
You're right.
You use like 12 AP.
That'll leave 8.
You can give somebody 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass 4 AP to Jams.
It's 3 AP to pass 1.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
3 equals 1 past AP, so 1 temp AP.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you get to give away 2 AP.
2. Okay. Well, then I'll pass 2.
Okay, the clouds are going to move again. And then I get to see who takes notice. 5 and 6. 6 is going to move over here, get charged. And 5 moves down. Okay, Jams, you're up. Now
Great.
that number 5 is in the glowing pool, he is turning a bright glowing green. His radiation is filling him to the brim.
How many boxes is it for an AP?
So, it is for 1 AP.
25 feet, or for
no,
2?
for 1 AP is 10 feet, which is 2 boxes. And for 2 AP is 25 feet, which is 5 boxes.
Okay.
Because each box is 5 feet.
And I gave you 2 additional AP.
Where shall he go? Oh, I didn't. Did you go around this way?
Yeah, I went this way.
So did you snake up like this, or did you snake up like this?
The first way.
Okay, I need you to make me a radiation check.
$11.
Okay, you're taking some rads. You take 10 rads. So you just change the bold number that's underneath the rads.
Just add 10.
Yeah, it'll siphon away your max HP.
I think you look under your properties. I think you have a little bit of radiation reduction. I can't remember, but I thought you did when we built you for being a super mutant.
-3 to radiation damage. So the 10 that you incurred is now 7.
Yeah.
Okay. That was 2 AP. Three. 4. 5. 6. And, I can give 1 AP to Lana.
So you see the grayed out number on your HP is like 164. That is now your new max HP because of the rads. So you change the bold number.
Got it.
Okay, moving the gas clouds.
Take Ringo with you.
I feel like
You're
you should have
screwed.
picked. I feel like you should have picked Ringo up and ran with him.
Yeah, probably.
The 12-year-old
Anyone
girl is
six.
probably not equipped to pick up a dog and run.
Okay, it's Ringo's turn. Goes right after you. He's gonna try to follow the same way you went. Ringo failed his 2 radiation checks. Oh, poor Ringo. He's not looking real good. Ringo only has 50 HP remaining. In terms of a max. Okay, Lena, you're up.
Alright. Two, three, four, five. I don't think I can make it out.
I mean, what are you trying to do? Like, are you talking about how far you can run, or
Yeah.
what? I gave you 3 AP, and how much AP?
I gave her
I have
1.
12 AP total.
Okay, and that's from the 3 I gave you and the 1 Giggles gave you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 12. It's 6 times 25. You can move 25 feet 6 times. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that's just enough to make it where we're at. And you've got 1 radiation check here.
Okay. I'll do 1, 2, 3,
The ghoul's gonna take a
4,
swipe at you as you pass him.
5. Okay.
He
Did you
hits
move
you.
me?
Mm.
Okay.
You take 20 rads from his hit. Now roll me a radiation check for this first radiation cloud.
Okay. Oof. 9.
That's another 17 rads.
Okay.
Keep going.
Probably different for the hit from the monster, but for the clouds, you can probably filter that through your mask, right?
Yeah, you can filter it through the clouds that monsters hitting you like in the chest.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you're out of the clear now. So, as you all make it on through, let me roll for your experience. You got 92 experience points for that encounter.
Those of us with Swift Learner, it only counts as one, right?
Yes. Because it is only one source of XP.
You said 92.
Yes. So as you dodge and weave past all those clouds of noxious gas and radiation and very feral fucking ghouls, you manage to make your way through a few radiation hits, but you're unscathed for the most part. Upon making your way through for the rest of the adventure, or the trek up to the vault, you come across something a little bit strange. You find a hot dog stand in the middle of nowhere. And at that hot dog stand, there is a man dressed as if he was appropriately gifted for the 1950s, selling hot dogs, channeling like an umpire. Get your hot dogs here, get your hot dogs, come on, grilled and steamed the best you can find. I got ketchup, mayonnaise, and relish, and all the kinds of Nuka-Cola you can love. I'll draw a little square.
Yeah.
Like a regular dude or like a dressed up ghoul?
I'll draw a little square so you can like, interact and stuff. And
Okay, so it's a guy, or is it
that's a guy.
like a ghoul? Okay, yeah. Walk up and talk to him.
Wrong guy. Get the token up here real quick. Nope.
By the way, I am fucked up. I have like 80 rads.
God, these fucking tokens are so small.
We have Virgil has a rat away,
Outstanding.
so we need to use that
Do
on you. You got it out of the car a while ago.
And just got the front of the vendor and he's like, "Hey, I got your hot dog. Hey, you over there? Would you like a nice shiny hot dog?"
Shiny.
Yeah, got a Romco hot dog here, nice and shiny, fresh from the pot.
How much?
I'd say $2.50.
Alright, I'll buy one.
Do you have any dollar bills on you?
No, oh, $250.
Yeah, $2.50.
You take caps?
Caps? What are caps, my friend? I only take American dollar bills, the green stuff, the green paper of a good United States of America. You trying to trade bottle caps to me? What am I, a recycling bin?
What have you been doing the past however many years?
What do you mean, friend? I mean, you look a little bit on the green side, a little bit buff around the edges. You've been taking a few of them Nuka-Cola steroids.
Yeah, you could say that.
I see, friend. I see you've been hitting the gym, the slammer. Really building up for those commies coming in, I let you know.
Oh.
But hey, can I interest you in the hot dog, though? Seriously, though, green paper bills. I ain't taking no bottle caps. I ain't a kid.
I don't have any money on me.
Well, friend, I think you're shit out of luck then. You ain't getting a hot dog.
Sounds like it.
Why you there, girlie? Yeah, can I ask your pops for a hot dog? And he looks over at Sven.
That's not my dad.
Oh, excuse
Do I have
me.
any money?
Excuse me then, he your brother?
She starts crying. All my family's dead.
Well, I'm sorry, kiddo. I didn't. I mean, he had a sore spot. You said they're dead? What do you mean they're dead? You should call the cops. Get someone on the phone. I think I have a phone around here somewhere. And kind of like rummages around. And he's like, I got a payphone right here. And he kind of like takes out a payphone that's obviously been beat to shit. And he just kind of drops it on the ground and says, he just kind of jabs the cord into a socket somewhere and says, hey, this should work just fine. Hey, call up your folks. Call up the police or something. I'm sure they'll hang around, maybe take a left or two. Get you into child service or something. I'm sorry, kiddo. Really, I am. Yeah, you can have a hot dog on the house. And he puts like a hot dog, stacks it with like relish, onion, all the fixings, and then kind of like puts on like a stick. Like the like Indian ice cream salesman that have like the little stick on it for the cone or whatever.
Oh, they like trick you?
Yeah, well, he has like a little slider for it, like on a hot dog on a stick, so he can hand it to people from far away. Kind of like hands it to you, Lena.
She takes it. Thanks.
You now have a genuine Robco hot dog.
She elbows jams. That's how you do it.
My dog's a little hungry too.
Your dog? I see no
He
dog.
don't got no
the
money
only
on.
dog I know is the dog between these buns. Oh, I got a little dog there, I see. Looks a little bit famished. Maybe you should feed him better.
I'm trying, but it's tough times, you know.
Tough times, my friend. Get a job. The economy's booming. What do you mean tough times? America's always in for a good war or two. Sign up for the military. I hear they're paying good money to send you over to China. Now, whether you return or not, that's another story, but I must say, my friend, economies are booming. How do you think I get so many hot dogs selling out here?
I don't know.
I want to do insight on this guy. Like, I mean, see if he's just like, if he really believes what he's saying, that this is still like the 50s or whatever, or if he's got some kind of a angle he's working. Oh wait, that is, sorry, it should be a D20.
By the way, Lena, are you eating the hot dog?
Nope.
Oh, you're not eating the hot dog?
Not away.
You don't want to eat the pristine Robco hot dog?
See what
I'm
happens.
not hungry just yet. I've got radiation poisoning.
Fair enough. Chemo treatment.
Stuck
So,
in my tummy.
what was your insight?
I rolled a 30.
So, it seems suspicious that the guy's right out of 1950, right? Perfect attire,
Yeah.
clean, hot dog stand, nice roller like on the side of the street, right? That he has unradiated meat in all the condiments in all the right places. You see that he genuinely believes, though, that he is a hot dog salesman from the era. What strikes you as suspicious, though, is that the stand he's using, it doesn't have a cooling function in it. Like, it doesn't have a battery hookup or anything, or like any kind of that. You notice there's like acid leaking out of the bottom of it, which lets you know the battery is fucking shot. So somehow the meat is either cured or some other means kept good. Unknown as to how that goes on. And another weird thing you notice is that, like, when he grabs to get a hot dog, it's not like he's grabbing from like a bin, right? You don't hear any like metal clanking. Instead, you just hear like a squishing sound. Like they're either highly packed in there or something else underneath this little trunk.
Okay. It's a fine cart you got here, man. And I start kind of like walking around it, looking at it, to get closer over there.
It's a fine car, I must
Um,
say, but hey, don't look too high behind my little counter here. I'm the cook here. You don't go messing around a cook's sideline. He kind of like taps the spatula and kind of like looks at you like a little bit like a kind of toying with you like a on guard.
I will, yeah.
Can I walk up on the other side and try to intimidate him?
You want to intimidate him as he's playfully like using a spatula? Like a
Maybe
sword?
not. Well, I'll just stay
He's
right
kind of
here.
just like knocks you like, hey, don't come any closer. I have to skewer you, you know. On guard, my friend.
oh,
Alright,
no,
I'll
no,
just
no.
watch.
No, no, no. We wouldn't hurt you. We wouldn't hurt you.
Of
I just,
course.
I've never seen a cart like this before. I'd love to see. My friend Virgil here is a really good builder and scientist, and I'd love to see how this cart works. Maybe we can do something like this, but far away, not in your business.
Of course, of
But
course. I can at least show you the inside of the trade of dear Robco, my friend. He lifts open the hood as you see there is a mangled body underneath the grinder. As he says, now, it's the first thing you can do is find one of these fucking raiders out here. You shank them enough until they're nice and tender. You toss them in the meat grinder. Ground them all up in the nice good old meat. Juicily pack it between those dog there, and then you slide her on over, and she's cooking right hot on that nice grill there. I have a little fusion battery under her. She gets real hot, and nice and sizzle, and then she comes on over with these conveyor belts and slides on into my dish here. It's nice, packed full of hot dogs. Romco official, and he then grabs it, and you see like the like little plastic wrap is like has like a painted on Robco as he then like slides it out from it, and it's a pristinely cooked hot dog. It looks like it, smells like it, and he slides it in between the bun. He's like, now my buns here, they're expertly made. I have a nice little sourdough base for them, and you know, you get your relish that I got from some nice little beets I found, and a ketchup made from a bit of vegetables I found. I think some milk fruits or something, and then oh, the mustard here, that's the best. Now you gotta have the special thing, and it kind of like brings you underneath the box where you see there's a lot of like mustard seeds that are literally growing underneath it, kind of like vines clinging to it. And he's like, you gotta fight with it a little bit, and he like grabs a sword and starts stabbing it as you hear a little shriek from the plant underneath the cart as he then grabs some mustard, and he's like, now you gotta toss them in, squeeze them a little bit, and you get your paste. Nice and good if you add a little bit of water to it. And after that, she's good as gold.
wow, that's
Well, good luck with your business. Let's go.
Wait one moment, dear friend. Can I interest you in the hot dog? Free in the house, seen as the insides and all that.
No, that's okay. I
Take
actually
it,
have
friend. Go on, come here.
several cans of pork and beans that are keeping me full.
Yeah, it says I even got bratwursts, and he like shows you a bratwurst, and he's like, oh, not that one. And he kind of tosses it back in as there's like a little a finger sticking out the back of it, and he gets you a new one.
No, that's okay. Thank you, though.
Okay, friend, but I'll see you around. My hot dog business is bound to boom out sooner or later.
I'll have to go get a
Thanks
job.
for the hot dog, mister.
No problem, little girl. I hope you find whatever you find. I hope someone adopts you at least.
This poor girl.
Are you doing anything, Sven? Or are you heading with him?
no, yeah, I'm with him. Yeah, we're gonna leave.
So, you leave the cannibal hot dog salesman behind, who genuinely thinks he's a hot dog salesman. And after that, nightfall comes around. You are just a little bit away from the vault. You can see that on the horizon, up the hill, there is a vault door. Inside of like a little bit of a cave, a little bit of dark shadows. You can vaguely see the numbers on it. But you decide to set up camp out here, hoping that maybe, you know, the next day you'll be able to find something. If you choose to rest, you can travel through the night if you want.
We need to rest.
Yeah, let's take a rest.
So Robbie, you got a rat away.
Yeah, I noticed it. I found it.
Okay. Yeah, did you copy all that shit that we we found?
I did.
Or you found?
I did.
Okay.
It was just lost in the text.
Okay. So let's have Lena use that rat away.
Yeah.
Because she is super fucked up, and then we'll
Yep.
rest.
Negative 50 rads.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
you. Negative 50 rads for you. And then we will rest for the night.
Hold on. I will also use one of the bottles of water and my rad chip from my Pip-Boy.
I thought you already used
And
the
give
tablet
some-
yesterday.
Yeah, we did that
It-
at the beginning of the
is-
day yesterday. Yeah, we've been
isn't
doing
this
that
the
in
second day?
Well, I mean, you're
No,
sleeping
we
through
haven't
the night.
rested yet. When we wake up in the morning, you'll be able to do it again. We
Was
did
that
it when we
before
woke
or
up
after the rest we did last time?
The
was
rest you
after.
did last time,
Was
you rested, you woke up, did
Okay.
did the chip, and then you continued on from your first encounter.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
we've been doing the chip when we wake up in the morning or whatever. As soon as it's up.
So if you use the rad away, you heal 50 rads, Lena.
I use it.
Does anybody need first aid?
Ringo might.
I could
He's
use
got
some of
rads.
that too. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
No?
No,
Uh,
I'm good. I'm actually full on HP.
yeah, Ringo's got a bunch of radiation poisoning, and that is unfortunate at the moment.
Oh, well.
Alright.
I have a little bit of rads, but not a lot. How's everybody else doing with radiation damage?
I'm fine.
I'm a low. Only got 5.
I still have
Okay.
30.
As you sleep throughout the night, your endurance times 4 is the HP you heal. As you all wake up in the morning, I gotta see something real quick. So, as you wake up, you find that your camp is surrounded by coffee mugs.
I'm sorry, what?
As you wake up, you find that your camp is surrounded by coffee mugs and footprints.
That's creepy as shit.
Okay.
I check my belongings.
You check
Yeah.
your belongings, everything seems to be okay. You do notice, however, each of the coffee cups have a bite mark out of them.
Like a person bite mark or
Like
an
a
animal
person
bite
bit
mark?
a chunk out of it.
Okay.
Like Looney Tunes style, bit a chunk out of the coffee cup.
What the F?
One of you people that's good at. But what would we need to do here if we want to? Is it like survival to maybe track them, or investigation to try to figure out what it is, or?
Well, if you wanted to find the people, it'd be survival to check the tracks. If depending with the coffee cup, that's kind of down to depends what you want to do with it.
I'd like to continue heading to the vault. This is creepy.
Okay.
Agree.
I can do a survival for the fuck of it.
Okay.
That should pass.
You
How do I
notice.
tell my number on those?
You notice that the tracks have 2 left feet.
Okay, I'll tell my party that.
And the tracks only go in a circle around your camp. They don't lead anywhere else.
What the fuck?
The dog.
How many left feet you got, Ringo?
Why don't you do an investigation, Virgil?
What am I investigating?
Investigate the campsite, the cups, the...
Searching for any other clues, I guess. Alright. $21. To search the campsite for any other things out of place.
Okay, 1 minute. So what'd you get on your check?
21.
Okay. I gotta find this in my note. Where did I find it? Okay, so your investigation comes up with that you remember a legend that you were told as a kid about the forests and some of the woodworks around the Florida area of the hugag. The hugag is a huge animal, and its range includes the west of Florida, and its territory extends indefinitely to the northerns up towards Tennessee. In size, the hugag may be compared to the moose in the form of somewhat resembles of an animal. Very noticeable, however, its jointless legs, which can compel the animal to remain on its feet for an upper, long, and limp, which prevents it from grazing, and tired of the method of feeding. It will simply trample upon the upper lid onto the dirt. Its head and neck are legendary and hairless, strangely corrupted of ears flopping downward. Its four-toed feet, long bush tail, and swaggered coat generally make up a given beast, and is unremarkable in prehistoric appearance. The hugag has a perfect mania for traveling. Few hunters who have taken up its trail have ever catched it, as the beast or brought it back to camp. It is reported to keep going all day long, browsing twigs and flopping its lid around the trees, and stirring out the bark of occasionally offers. At night, since it cannot lie down, it leans against trees, bracing itself in its hind legs, marking them with the front ones. The most successful hugag hunters have adopted the practice of noticing trees so that it might be leaned up against. But also it is noticed that whenever it is found, it has two left feet marks whenever it runs, and they will usually be found in a circle. Whenever a person aligns their feet with the tracks, they will be trapped into the circle forever until they turn into a hugag themselves. until once again they rub up against a tree, leaving another mark for another hunter to eventually find his way again and repeat the cycle.
Okay. I relay that along with don't touch the fucking footprints.
If you need a image, this is what it looks like.
I mean,
Ugly.
I think we should find it.
And do what with it?
Kill it.
Why?
For sport.
So the only footprints, though, it was just a circle around us, huh?
Yep, just a circle around you, and it looks like all left feet.
Check the trees.
There's no trees around you.
Yeah, are there?
Oh no.
And so the legend said if you go around in the circle, you'll keep going around in a circle until you
That
turn
if
into
you
that thing.
plant your feet in the two left spots and follow the tracks around, you'll eventually be led back in a circle, where you will turn into one of these things, making your own circle around whatever, until eventually someone takes your spot so you can make another one. If both of you meet along that trail, it will eat you and kill you. You will only start to find it if you follow the tracks. At least that's what the legend tells.
I'm good. We can move on.
Maybe this game's too big.
Oh, fine. I think James killed.
I kill many things.
I just want you to know, James, I believed in you.
I don't want to turn into one of those things either.
Onward to Vault What's Its Face.
Make your water.
Oh, yes, I do that. I get the chip out the Pip-Boy. The tablet.
Okay.
Who's got the most rads right now?
Lena with a lot. We've got 30 left.
Okay. It's a D10. Minus 2 rads. Drink up.
All right.
Yeah, so we do that and we move on.
Should be right before coffee. It's weird.
What's weird?
I've been having to mentally keep track of the water because for whatever reason it wasn't copied and pasted in my inventory. Started out with 4, now we're down to 2.
write it in your inventory.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. As you approach the vault of 901, you see the giant rusted vault doors. They look like they've been sealed shut for a very long time. And you notice there's a console out in front. The console in front has a small computer panel, what appears to be a broken computer terminal screen, and a side port that looks exactly like the port used to open up the vault door when you exited.
Alright, Virgil, I believe this is you.
Alright. Well, I wasn't with y'all when y'all opened the last vault door, but I assume it's within my knowledge
Yeah, you
to open one.
take a little cable out of your Pip-Boy and connect yourself to that terminal right there. Used all your science knowledge to open that door.
Yeah.
So Virgil, you notice it's not that hard, really. It may look hard,
Yeah.
but all you gotta do is you connect in your wire as you punch it into the terminal. As it's a fairly new terminal, so your Pip-Boy will work with it interfacing-wise. You punch it on. The screen doesn't work anymore. That's fine. As you're asked for your Pip-Boy ID, which then your Pip-Boy responds with a beep. Little beep as it says, Vault-Tec approved! As then little Vault-Tec boy has a thumbs up on it, which appears on your screen, which would appear on the other screen. It kind of flickers and sparks. And then upon doing so, you hear a loud siren blare as the vault door ticks as it goes almost unsealing like a can that's been hyper pressurized, as it then opens rumble doors and locks interweaving and woving as it as it opens up.
Nice.
Copy all your tokens.
See? Knew you could do it.
You enter inside the vault over here as the door opens, ka-ching, as you notice that while the door was quite huge, there is a small there is an even smaller like latch door in front. As you walk up, you're not quite in there yet, but as you walk up, do you wish to open up the decontamination doors?
Sure.
Okay. You press the switch. Upon doing so, it unseals and a voice is then let out over the speaker of an automated voice. Why, hello there, and welcome to Vault-Tec Vault 901. This vault is expressly great, and we are brutastically favored amongst all the others in Vault-Tec. Thank you for coming in. We'll have a bean-tastic time to drink your worries away. Please enter the decontamination center so we might get away all that nasty radiation from your body.
Actually, sounds like
I
a great
step in.
idea.
Is it that little bitty room?
Yeah, well, you're not in...
That's-
This is you on the other side, if you chose to enter, but I'm just explaining as you go in, but you'll...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, we
Still
head on
theater of
in,
the
I
mind
guess.
for a little bit. Do you all enter in?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you all enter into
Yeah.
the cramped room. It's a little bit cramped, kind of like an elevator room. And as the doors seal shut, as a pressure seal says, "Welcome to Vault 901. It's such a great time to have you here. As I said, it's brutastic. Now, we're going to need to go under a little bit of precautions here as a couple of robotic arms come out. They each stab a syringe into your arm and suck out a little bit of blood as it then zips up into the wall. Thank you for donating your blood to Vault-Tec. We will now do a rudimentary scan to see if there's any unwanted pathogens in your body. Please listen to our customary Vault-Tec elevator music to soothe your soul. As a little 1950s elevator jingle kind of plays in the background. About 2 minutes pass as the voice then comes back on and says, "Well, hello there, friends. We are back once again with the news. Pathogens have been identified in the large man body. He's quite stuff, but he's made of stronger stuff. Sup? But that's okay. We have identified it as FEV. But that's just fine. I'm sure he's not going to kill us all. It'll be okay after all. Anyway, keep your friend under control. And have this nice little dose," as they all then stab a needle back into your arm again, injecting some kind of blue liquid into it, as your rats have been flushed from your body.
Oh, yay.
You all begin to perspirate and sweat profusely for the next 5 minutes. As your
No
core
rats,
body
though.
temperature has been ramped up to 105 as you are literally sweating it out of your skin.
And reset your rads to 0.
Yes.
Does your health go up or does it stay at where it was at?
Your health goes up because radiation lowers your max health. So when you take the rads away, your
Oh, he's-
max HP will go back up.
Based on what your current health stays where it's at until you're healed back up to your
Yes.
max, right?
But your max HP goes up.
Alright, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So upon doing so, it says, "Welcome to Vault 901. Please enjoy your stay. Or don't. I don't care." As the door opens
What a
to
lovely...
you... Oh, go ahead. What'd you say?
Sorry, just what a lovely robot.
As the doors enter for you, you see a very pristine-looking vault. A little bit more high-tech than everything else you've ever seen from Vault-Tec, especially from your own, as there are blue plasma gates everywhere, specifically electrified gates, and as you can see, there's some people who are over here. So let me mark off the areas for you that you can or cannot go to at the moment. Blue gates just means the doors are electrified.
And let us know when you're all ready, and we'll
I'm ready.
begin, sir. All right. You said we see people, so let's walk over to people. Hello.
You see the first guy and says, "Oh, hi, it's fun to have a new visitor. I'm Charlie. What's your name?"
I'm Sven. How are you doing?
"Oh, I'm doing great." As he says that, he kind of like rushes over to like the thing where it says, "Now dispensing a nice cup of porta brew coffee." As he shakes the machine, he says, "Give me another cup." As he grabs it and he drinks it down really fast, chugging it, and he smashes the cup on the ground and walks over and says, "Now I feel better. You just gotta get that cup of coffee, and you know what I mean?"
Oh man, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, what'd you say your name was again? You were a little excitable.
Oh, I
And
was my name is Charles.
sharp. Okay. Uh, and so from looking at him, he looks like he's locked in this room.
It more so looks like the door, like well, it is electrified, kind of like a gate barring it off. It more so looks like he could get out if he wanted to. It just is like a deterrent, right? Like if you really wanted to get out, you could touch it, open the door. You'd be shocked to hell and back, but like you could get out if you wanted. It'd be uncomfortable.
Okay. Uh, what are you doing in there?
Oh, well, you see, I'm part of the today's test subject, as well, I say test subject, but I'm really loving it. It's I'm testing the porter brew coffee, and this particular strain is quite interesting. As I'm the lead researcher on it and test subject, I guess, as I don't want anyone else to have it. It's all mine, but it is the best strain I can assure you.
That's great. How many people are here?
Well, you see, Vault 901 is a special vault. There's many researchers here, as you can find them all across the area. Although I would highly recommend not going against what's his name again? He kind of like taps his foot. I don't have time for that. I have too much to do. Too much to do. And it kind of goes back over to like a table where you see there's like a bunch of plants, a couple like robotic hands, kind of like assisting him as like it's like delicately moving and kind of like grabbing each bean and then like scanning it, and says caffeine not enough as it tosses it. Caffeine genetic high inefficiency, and tosses it in the next bucket. Caffeine is secure. Genetic code is mutated. And it puts it in like a different one, like sorting out the beans, right? While the other
Okay.
one is kind of like just scanning through notes, and it's like slowly scanning, kind of like like a dot matrix printer prints super fucking slow and it's loud as shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. He's like, "Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Come on, you useless fucking machine, hurry up!"
Okay.
All right. Well, we don't want to interfere with your research. This place is lovely. I've done a great job here, and we just walk the fuck away from this dude.
Hi there. What you doing?
The next guy says, "Oh, let me get to the door." As he flips the switch, opens up the gate. Come on in. I'll grab you a cup of coffee. So walks over to the brewer and dispenser and says, kind of like taps a little bit as the robot says, "Oh, do you need another cup?" And he's like, "I'd really like it if you can give me another cup, miss." "Only for you, doctor." He kind of like says, "How many are gonna be drinking?"
I already had my cup today, thank you.
Yeah,
"Oh, good
same.
friend. What about you?" Points to Sven.
Is it the same? Is it the same stuff the guy next door has?
"No, my strain's a lot different. You see, while he's all up and about of super caffeinated, hyperactive brain, I prefer to have a nice cup that relaxes the body, gives you just a little bit of a dose, enough to get through the day, but smooths it out for you. Easy drinking."
Uh, I'm okay.
"What about you, kiddo?" He points at Lena.
No, I don't want to stop my growth. Thank you.
Yeah, too young.
"Fair enough."
Yeah, but we're happy to sit here and talk to you about it while you partake.
"Oh, of course." Yeah, pours a little bit of cream, puts a couple cubes of sugar in, stirs it up, and then takes his brew and begins to sip as he walks back over to his chair, reclines into like a metal, kind of like surgeon's chair, right? So, what can I do for you?
Well, we're from another vault. We were exploring and heard about this one, and we wanted to come and see, what y'all did here. And
Oh, is it that time already to open the vault doors up? I haven't. Oh, I thought it wouldn't come for forever. This takes another sip. I'm Dr. Flues, by the way.
The fuck was that?
Don't mind me. I'm just listening in.
Okay. I'm Dr. Flues, by the way, and, well. He yawns again. Oh, sorry. It seems I haven't had my dose of caffeine yet, or this cup is making me a little sleepy. But, yeah, seems we're opened up the doors. What you want to know, friend?
well, we were just seeing what y'all were working on. And just I kind of look around. Does his room kind of look the same? Like, does he have, the
His
coffee
room
beans and all that
is a
shit?
lot different. So instead of like machines meticulously sorting beans, right? He has a giant growth over here, like a giant growing machine that's like ultraviolet beaming down on the coffee beans as it seems like they're rapidly growing and then actively roasting on the vine till they fall off and then get sorted into the bottom tray as it's like just constantly.
Okay.
You also see that like all these boxes are just filled. Like they are 5 feet high, filled with pounds of beans. With like two little smaller robots that are just like grinding them up slowly. They look to be like
Wow.
modified
Okay.
protectrons on wheels.
Um. So, how many people are at this one?
Well, it's hard to say, really. I asked what we're doing here. I'll answer that first. Oh, excuse me. I gotta take another sip. No, you asked what I was doing here. Oh yeah, I remember now. This vault is under the nice protection of, I believe he was called Mr. S. I don't know much more about him than that, but
Is he the lead doctor here?
he is the lead researcher here, yes.
Yeah.
You see, each of us are assigned in a line of researching a different strain of coffee. Something about we're supposed to make the perfect cup for the right person. Because if you can have the perfect cup of coffee every time for your right palate choice and lifestyle, well, the perfect cup of coffee boosts your workforce, makes you better at your job, and that kind of thing. Not just in flavor, but in pure taste, activity, your body system, all of it. I'm Dr. Flues, but I'm the 6th generation of Dr. Flueses.
Okay.
Who's this next to you?
Oh, him up there? He's Dr. Charles. Although he's locked into his cell pretty tight. Because the last time he got out, he kind of fucked with everybody. So we kind of keep him locked in there. Luckily, he's too addicted to his coffee machine. But we also had to limit that too.
Who's the other one next to you?
Yeah, this one.
Him? Well, now let's see here. What was his name again? Oh yeah, his name was Dr. Typhon. Hey, Dr. Typhon, you awake in there? Yes, I'm awake. What do you fucking want? You don't gotta be so rude. Why do you always have to ask me the stupidest questions? Yes, I'm awake. You can see me walking around, can't you? God. Yeah, I can, but like, are you working on your stuff in there, Doc? Of course I'm working. Can you not see that I'm working? I'm pacing around, going to my machines. Can you not see that I'm working? You godforsaken slow as shit. And he goes back to his machine. Yeah, it's Dr. Typhon for you. He's a bit of a grouch, but he's also one that's been here the longest. He's only had, what, second generation? Technically, it's 1.5. How is it 1.5 if the other one died? I don't want to talk about it. Okay then. Whatever you say, Dr. Typhon. Anyways.
So, Dr. Typhon, what is what are you working on? What kind of coffee are you working on?
He kind of gives you a glare, and he goes back to his work.
I feel like the only one that's gonna matter is gonna be the lead doctor. I'll ask him where, do you know where he is, Dr. S?
Are you asking Flues where Mr. S is?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. See, we haven't seen Mr. S until my forefather was involved. You see, the issue is that we haven't seen Mr. S in about 8 generations within this vault. We know he's still alive because he hasn't given the order to unseal the door yet, or he's given us new directives every day. Different orders to meet, different criteria, different things to study, that kind of thing. And we're giving it to it through a printout reading. I guess you would call it like an old fax. It's through a hard
Okay.
Sounds like
So
you're
where's-
being run by a computer.
Well, that's the thing.
So where's his?
I don't know personally, but you'd want to check with one of the other doctors over in the faculty lounge, because he runs vitals.
Okay. Where's that at?
Just over around the corner there.
Okay. Well, we'll take a look, see what we can do.
You see a guy around the corner as you come to a long electrified gate. This time, it is not electricity, it is plasma. Green plasma. As he is in a dark, dim-lit room where there is a terminal screen, a bunch of control panels, several blood samples that are whirling and spinning as he slides on his chair over to another computer. He picks up like some blood samples, some vials, puts some new ones in, slides over to the workshop, sticks it in another one as the terminal like clackers away, then picking up like a snack and then rolls back over to the main desk.
Hey, that's the boss.
He turns around and says, "Oh, so we have some newcomers then. I guess the vault door opened up."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I all can see that you're all living. That's good. Some of you are in good health. He points to Jams. You, however, you are not so healthy.
Built different.
Some might say that.
What'd I say it was? A post-war?
You are a post-war super mutant.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't lucky enough to get into a vault like some people.
That would explain why your tissues and bones look like spaghetti and meatballs.
It's made me stronger.
I'd say you're built stupid, but that's a matter of opinion. So, why are you over
Careful,
here?
careful insulting people.
You can't get through here. And what? You're gonna kill me? I wouldn't. Oh, I guarantee you that wouldn't turn out too well.
Oh,
Now, what do you need?
Not a matter of threat. That's just rude.
yeah.
Yeah, we weren't gonna kill you.
Never be too careful. Last time they opened up the door, had a bunch of hooligans pop in.
Well, and that's why I say, careful how you talk to people, because you don't know if we're hooligans like those people or, good, hardworking folk like yourself.
I'll find it either way. If I find you as a blood mist on the floor, I guess I'll find out what you are.
So what are you doing here?
He lets out a heavy sigh. He says, what does it look like I'm doing?
Well, it doesn't look like you're making coffee like the rest of them.
Nope, that's not my jurisdiction.
Are you,
I am medicine.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I am medicine. I'm not a man of agriculture. I make sure everyone's in tip-top order, including you. Well, you four.
Weren't you, hurt, Lana?
Yeah. Pretty bad.
I think my dog is hurting too, if you can do anything for him.
Let's see. He pulls. He says, I got vitals on all of you. He clackers on his keyboard a little bit, so it seems to be the problem, kiddo. Never mind, don't say it. It looks like you have a weak broken leg that got fucked up, and looks like some of your organs are messed up inside of you. A little bit of deterioration from the radiation outside, I guess. That's fixable. You willing to deal with a little bit of pain?
And it already hurts. Might as
Oh,
well.
it's gonna hurt a hell of a lot more.
Let's do it.
Well,
Yeah, I could probably use a once over too once he's done. I had a lot of radiation in me at one time.
yeah, I noticed you're all a little fucked up. Well then, let me just get my staff in here. As he says that, you see that as he rolls over and swivels, that from the side wall here, a sentry bot rolls out. Introducing Nurse Gray. Why, hello there, I am Nurse Gray.
Hello.
How may I be of assistance to you? They came for a checkup, and I'm just making sure that they behave themselves. Recording behavioral servos activated. Vitals updated. As he plugs one of his hands into a socket in the wall. Downloading vital chips. Signals activated. Vitals read. New patient number 1, child with a broken leg and radiation poisoning / organ issues, kidneys, 6 months from failure. as the plasma door opens. Please enter doctor's office now. Excellent. I will have to ask the rest of you to wait outside while the doctor does his prognosis. Family is not admitted to enter or friends until prognosis is over. Please
Okay.
and thank you. You may head over to the lounge down the hall. Take a left, then take another left towards the entrance. You can wait there, enjoy your refreshments, and take a cup of coffee. So as he sits out there, Dr. Bones comes over and says, "Okay, kiddo, now let's get things underway. It's about your leg. Gonna be straight with you, I'm gonna have to re-break your leg real quick and reset it. Seems it's on a line. If I keep letting it grow like that, you're gonna be running into a world of hurt maybe a year down the line. Now, I think I have
Can
a
you
little...
put me to sleep?
I cannot. Anesthetics are running low on here, and I can't use them for frivolous things like this. What I can give you is a stick to chew on and bite into. So, have this as he hands you a stick. Bite down on it.
I put it in my mouth.
Roll me a I would say religion check.
About to make you see Jesus.
I'm feeling this is just gonna hurt.
12.
It hurts a lot as he grabs your leg and re-breaks it, snapping your knee back into place by snapping it out of place and then snapping your shin a little bit and realigning your leg before snapping it all into place, into socket. He then grabs two metal bars, wrapping it into a hardy splint and cast. As the process is extremely painful and you feel like your leg is on fire and is about to be ripped from your socket. As that's going on, as that's going to take a couple minutes, we flicker back over to the lounge. As you all enter the lounge, you see there's a couple cushions. These two things this is hot coffee and this is cold coffee, as there's a couple different options like brew, cold brew, flavored, non-flavored. And then there is a small chair with a small terminal that you can access. The terminal just has like, instead of like magazines, you can scroll through the terminal, finding like different medical reports, magazines from the time, news articles, general things like that, right? And there's like 5 different propaganda videos for America. And I think there's like a game called like Commie Invaders on there.
Hey, Virgil, will you look and see if you can find anything useful? Like on the computer.
Okay. I browse the computer for anything useful.
Depends what you're wanting to browse. Like, are you saying in general?
Well, so you said there's like medical records.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like you know,
What I
like
was
medical,
thinking.
you know, like medical digest, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Like medical books you'd see in like a doctor's office
Like,
waiting.
you know,
Medical publishings.
like publishings, like the newest in medicine, different methods, different papers, scientific papers that have come out, academic papers. By the way, I've never known a single person who's enjoyed reading or writing an academic paper, but you know they're there. Um, However, you know it's like
So
stuff like
I
that.
could possibly, I could possibly find something I didn't know and learn something.
Yes. For that, I'm going to ask you to roll me. Well, if you want to know general information, it'll be science, but specifically if you want to know about the medicine digest, roll me a medicines check.
All right, I'll roll a medicine.
See if you learn anything.
I need 98 or less. I rolled a 13.
That is slightly less than 98.
Not
yeah,
bad.
only slightly, you know. So, as you read through the medical digest, I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay. 2.
Okay, so you find out ways of the newest improvements in healing, in terms of like new splinting technology, in terms of when you go to splint somebody, you go to fix a broken limb, that it's highly suggested, mind you, Fallout medical advice, it is highly suggested that you instead create a stab wound on their arm so they can focus on the pain of the stab wound and you can patch it up later with a few stitches.
Wow.
It's highly
There's the
effective
theory-
as long as you don't hit a major,
Theory of relative pain.
a major vein or whatever.
Yeah.
In doing so, your medicine stat has been increased by 2 points.
Oh, 2 points. Nice.
Yeah, the theory of relative pain.
You also find out that it is highly suggested that when you are trying to make someone go to sleep, that if you don't have any morphine, you can bash them with a baseball bat to their cranium, which will temporarily do the same thing as morphine.
I see.
They call it a stimulated brain exercise, or a what was the medical term they used for it? A rapture-induced coma.
All right.
Neat.
Did you learn anything
I
useful,
learned,
Virgil?
I learned a couple of things.
Fantastic.
Do you wish to keep searching the terminal?
Sure, I do.
Okay. So, you checked out the medical stuff. To find anything else about it, you might have to roll a science check if you wish to relearn something from there.
Alright, so that's 78 or less. 18.
Like a professional out here tonight.
Okay, so your science comes back as you dig through a little bit more of the medical digest logs, and you find a hidden file amongst something. You find a hyperlink, actually, or what would be a hyperlink in the terminal, right? You kind of scroll through, highlight some of the words, and you find a hyperlink embedded in one of the articles talking about like the healthiness of drinking water. It takes you to a new water article. And this new water article is hyperlinked secretly, or at least it seems like it. And it talks about how there's been new research into what's classified as new water, otherwise known as the new Beans Project. The new Beans Project is wondering, is it possible to add stimulants or extra effects through coffee? And when you do that, how can you do it? Whether it through, other studies have said, well, you can put drugs in coffee, or you can put extra like hormones or genetically bind things into the coffee beans, right? But the New Bean project specifically says, well, we know how that works, but to do anything more genetically modifying, we need to modify the genetics of somebody, right? But to do that, we need CRISPR. But we can't do that through a drink. But we can do that through a virus. But the virus might genetically modify too much. So what they said is what we're going to do instead is they put a parasite, genetically modified parasite, into the water, and then make the coffee into basically a virus, so that when you drink it, the parasite infects you, and the coffee acts as a stimulant that helps ward it off the negative effects. Meaning that as long as you keep drinking the coffee, eventually it will meld into your system, the parasite will die, and you'll have your genetic process, in theory. Testing has not begun yet, but, well, in the article it says testing has not begun yet, but a couple people have been working on it, and the findings so far is they're able to get the parasite and the genetic modification, but it hasn't ever been steady, at least to the current they saw before, which was about 40 years before the bombs dropped. Sorry for the lore dump there.
Hey, we went looking for it. Alright then. I share that information with everybody.
Is there anything in there about these doctors? Or cloning, or what they think will side effects would be of this process? I know it's kind of three separate things, but
The article just lets you know of like the sort of like, oh hey, here's a new research we found. Here's a little bit about it, which it's just like a new peer review study. You would have to search deeper into the long to try to find that specific thing.
yeah, it's so. Virgil, see if you can find out anything else, because I think they're drinking this coffee from this
Alright.
study from 40 years ago.
I'll try to dig it a little deeper.
Okay, roll me a medicine check and a science check.
Oh shit, okay. Medicine check. Less than 100. 83. Less than 78. 46 for science.
Okay, 1 minute. So I gotta search my notes real quick. And 1 minute, my cat's getting into something.
I wonder what this room next to us is.
I'm just gonna have a look at that next once.
Yeah.
It is on the list. Fantastic question.
Is there like an overall goal that the party would know that I should know? You know, for going to these vaults?
Currently, we did not really have a goal coming into the vault other than
Just
trying to
explore
get
it.
more information and supplies before we went and fucked with the drug dealer guys.
Okay. And then what about like what information are you looking for?
We do not have any specific information. So our
On the
we
drug
woke up.
guys, on
Oh, on the drug guys. Sorry. So they were raiding the little town that we were in. Um, So we got out of the vault. We went into a bunker, did some stuff there, left that bunker, went to this little town, um, and that's kind of the bulk of what we did. The little town got attacked. We helped defend it. Um, then these guys are looking. They apparently they raid a bunch of people and do evil shit. So we're going to help stop them. And one of the things that we did is we killed their guys that came to the town and then impersonated them and went to the meeting. And now they're like, okay, well, you got the beer. Now you need the drugs. Come back with drugs. And so we're now going to go back with drugs and deal with them, which your dude will be a giant help for because there's a lot of them.
Okay.
But we decided to come here to see if we could get any more supplies or any more knowledge about anything else going on.
Gotcha. So yeah, here is just like an exploration.
Yeah, typical Fallout. You know,
Yeah.
we have
Like what's in this vault? Let's go see.
we kind of have a main quest, and it's that drug dealer. So naturally, we're doing everything but that.
Classy.
Okay,
I think I summed that up pretty good.
What were y'all talking about?
He asked like what the overall objective of the group was and what we were working on, that kind of thing. And I just gave him the overview of like what we had done so far, and that currently our quote unquote main quest is to go down to that cave and mess with those drug dealer raider guys.
Gotcha.
So naturally we're doing everything but that because this is Fallout.
So, what you I just had to go in the other room and turn a light on, but it's burnt out, so it's not real great. Okay, so you all decide that. Okay, so lost my place, my right. So you made the check, right? Going through the science journals
Yeah.
and the medicine journals. So, the medicine and science journals, as I actually pause. I'm gonna
Yeah. What?
unpause. Now that I have my fear of the dark solved, like, I'm in an old attic, right? So there's nothing worse to looking in the other room, and it's a split hallway, and seeing the dark shadows of your attic room. I'm like, fuck no. I can't keep doing this game with having that behind me. Fuck that. So, anyhow, now we're here. So you're searching through. You got the science and medicine checks off. My fears are solved. So you were trying to find out what again? More just about like the parasite research.
Just digging
right?
a little.
He
Yeah,
just passed
trying
his
to-
medicine and science check.
Dig a little deeper into those, see if there was anything
So,
else I could find.
You find another digest, again, hyperlinked in a random water article. And as you click on it, it takes you to another article that was published. And this published article says that they did a groundbreaking study on it where they found that the parasite, while it is a little inconsistent and sometimes will harm the human body, they've managed to start perfecting it where the coffee is acting as a degeneration agent, where the parasite only survives if the body has no caffeine in it. And if the caffeine is in it, it deteriorates the parasite. And so the parasite is only inducing the mutation and then allowing it for kind of like sub-CRISPR to go in, because they don't have CRISPR yet, right? Well, they do, but it's like the only way to do CRISPR is like through a large machine process with multiple treatments at this point in time. Very, very hard to do. But they've been getting some good parts about it. However, you find within that same one, because your medicine was high enough, that these trials were actually fudged. The reality is that the parasite actually harvests the body, goes wild, and if there is not enough constant doses of caffeine, will eat the body until it mutates wildly, causing mutations on the genetic level to just skyrocket. Sometimes really good, sometimes fucking awful. And the caffeine, while the actual dosage in it is good, they have to keep upping the dosage of the caffeine. So while yes, they have to find the perfect cup for the person, it eventually gets to the point where they have to keep switching different strengths of coffee. So that like until the process is complete and they can find a way to kill the parasite, it's just you're just staving it off. You're staving the inevitable off that you're either going to have a horrible mutagenic breakdown or you're going to mutate to resist the parasite, and then your body will kill it.
Jeez.
Roll me another science check if you want to go even deeper.
18 passes.
Okay. So, your even deeper dive, you find some more articles in it that bring up that they actually switched how they did the coffee. It's a battlefield inside your body now of the parasite. They're still going with the parasite thing, right? The parasite that is mutating your genes through the CRISPR process, and then a bacteria infection that is sending your body on high alert to overwork it to the point in which you could die from the fever or die from the parasite induced with the fever, that the hyperbolic, like the hypermetabolic system of your body being mutated combined with the bacteria is sort of like in this almost like Black Mesa mixed with Umbrella Corporation levels of fuckery, where they wage war on your body, and if you survive the process, you get essentially a mutagenic superpower almost. Not like superpower like X-Men, more like I can eat irradiated food without feeling the consequences. Like, you're like, you know, like you have your perks in Fallout? Imagine your perks, but one person has one hard-coded in their genetics.
Are you telling us this as you're kind of reading it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
explaining everything.
As you get done with that, back to Lena, the doctor says, "Okay, you're free to go. Here's a cane for you. Might have to use. Your leg should be healed up in a couple days, and oh, I almost forgot about your organs. Well, that should fix you up." He stabs you with a super stim pack. Okay, off you go.
Thank you.
As you exit his office, Nurse Gray points her minigun at you, in which you think is revving up to shoot you. Instead, extends a lollipop towards you, like it's tiny, like little wrapped sucker. Here is your customary sucker.
Ooh, thanks.
Have a nice day. Send in the next patient for the doctor. It is the tall, green one.
Okay.
And
Thank
his
you.
dog. Well, does Lena say anything to you? James?
Yeah, how was it?
It was
Should I-
awful.
Should I go in there?
I mean, it hurt, but like he fixed me. So yeah, and I got a sucker.
I want a lollipop. No, I'll stay out. The dog will go in though.
Please
I don't
enter
know if
with
dogs
your
can have a
canine
lollipop.
companion.
Okay, fine.
Thank you for coming to Dr. Bones. Your procedure will begin shortly.
I hate every bit of this.
The sentry bot rolls over, blocking the door. Have a nice visit. As the doctor swivels over in his chair and says, "Okay, being big, green, and stupid, let's get you all fixed up here. I'm gonna need a blood sample from you if you're okay with that."
Grr. Okay.
Yeah, he holds a weird looking gun up to you that looks like a miniature. You know those like big Nerf gun revolvers?
Yeah.
Kind of the size of that as he holds it up, and it rapidly shoots you with 6 stims that then draw out some blood as he then like cocks it back. "Okay, I got my blood sample."
That was a lot.
You take 6 damage.
Really?
Yes. He then dumps out the vials and sticks it in his computer, spins it as he kind of like pulls a ripcord a little bit, starting up an engine. Says, "Okay," clacks away at his keyboard. "That's going to take a few minutes to analyze your blood for different pathogens and such." As he puts a die in each one to like symbolize it. We'll run a few more tests. "So you have, it appears to be FEV strain number 2. That's good. Seems
Give it to me straight, Doc. Am I gonna die?
You're gonna die. No, you're not gonna die. Well, at least
Oh,
not
phew.
yet. I mean, you got maybe 50 more years in your body unless you feel absolutely fucking stupid and decide to kill yourself, but...
What's this FE thing?
Do you ask him about FEV?
Yeah. I just woke up from a very long nap.
Well, the FEV is a nice little government-sponsored program that your excellent, dear governor, put on for all its military and non-military personnel, sometimes dumping it in the water supply just to see what the fuck would happen, sometimes spraying it on random civilians, and other times just randomly injecting it for shits and giggles. And it's called the Forced Evolutionary Virus.
Oh, this is what turned me super mutant?
Yes, and he explains to you, "That's
Okay,
why
okay.
you're so big, green, strong, and somewhat stupid. You can thank your local government for that. Or governor, I don't know where he is. He might be dead, who knows. As for everything else in between, though, it kind of depends, as it seems you have strain number 2, so you're a little bit luckier than most. All it means is you keep most of your intelligence, and you won't degrade into a bubbling mash of hit thing with giant stick."
Excellent.
However, it does come with its own downsides. You're not quite as, well, strong as all the others. Price you pay for keeping your brain, I guess. Beyond that, though, body seems to be in okay health and condition. Just a few minor troubles here and there. Broken rib or two that you haven't noticed. Also you have more knots in your shoulder than the local government system back in the 50s, trying to get bureaucratic shit through it. Or passing a bill.
This guy's pretty anti-government. So what can you do for me, Doc? And my dog?
Well, what can I do for you? Well, it depends on my blood samples that come back, as the machine then beeps, and we'll go back to you guys over here in the lounge. So, Virgil,
Yes.
what do you make of everything that you've learned?
Well, first I catch Lena up on what we found out while she was gone.
All right. So, is there anything we can do to use this stuff?
Sounds like using this stuff is a pretty big risk.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Oh, sure, but you'd have to be pretty hardy.
Anything else?
Um,
You just kind of took a long pause there.
yeah, so it seems like this is obviously kind of what they're doing, and it's killing them, and they're talking about being in their second and third iteration of Doctor So and So. That's the part that kind of concerns me. I don't know if
The
maybe the
fact
parasite growing more of them. Like I don't know what's happening.
the
The
fact that they
iteration. Are
haven't
you talking
seen their
about
leader,
slimy?
the fact that they haven't seen their leader in generations kind of makes me feel like their leader isn't human, like they're being led by a robot that's been programmed to keep the research going or something.
Um, could be.
That idea has just been bugging me, that's all.
Your good old friend, Mr. S.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, maybe see if you can find anything in this terminal about Mr. S, and
Yeah,
maybe see
I'll
and, and maybe see if you can look at anything else, you know, not necessarily in this terminal. See if you can, see if it's
well,
see if it's networked anywhere, and we can see anything else like security
yeah,
systems, things of that nature.
I'll look around and see if there's any mention of Mr. S.
So what are you hunting for?
Uh, any reference to the leader of the project, the vault, the leader of the vault.
So, that would require. So you want to find out more about Mr. S specifically, right?
Yeah.
That would require you to maybe hack the terminal. So I'm gonna need you to roll me a science check, a repair check, and a religion check.
Oof. Okay.
Well, you're good at 2 out of the 3, right?
Yeah. So here goes science. That passes. Repair. That passes. And religion is a d20. 18
Yep.
plus 3, 21.
Fuck yeah. Good roll, man.
Okay, so something's a little peculiar, right? As you journey through, you hack the terminal. You, after that, peruse the records, kind of go through, machine your way through a bit of scrap code, and then you come across some mysterious code where it appears normal, however your eye begins to burn a bright red hot. Sorry, your left eye. Yeah, your left eye was the one with the scar on it, right?
I believe so.
Your left eye burns with a red hot as the mark of the dragon then embeds once again, as you are then flashed with a bit of purple light is flashed across the screen for you, and you see hidden text beneath the lines. As it reads out, Mr. S, otherwise nicknamed as the Ambassador. The Ambassador is the head honcho, or is the head of this gate. The gate of mutation. The gate of mutation is a prerequisite right into our dearest folds. And I need to look at my notes real quick. Is into the deepest folds of the Voxens. The Voxens are split into multiple different ambassador structures. This one, being Mr. S, is the Ambassador, otherwise known as A3. Of the different A marked numbers, he is A3, known as Ambassador 3. Our dearest Mr. S is currently overseeing a project of genetic mutation through different covert means of liquids. As coffee is the #1 staple of all of America, having that as a genetic way to modify people without them understanding, either through medication or otherwise, would be an easy way to get people to side with you, whether it be through cognitive functions, hyperactive functions, or people feeling as if they're blessed individuals. Helping marvel the world with genetics, as they have a rare mutation, air quotes. In doing so, nurturing on a rare mutation, which is then brought into the science field as a new discovery, in which then we capitalize on it. Upon capitalization, further the research, and then, as it's outwardly put, further our own research goals with a cover-up. Our dearest Mr. S, we really hope that you carry out these protocols as and such, and to anybody else that reads this wretched file, I hope you are enjoying as we now see you too, my dear friend. As then new text appears at the bottom in light blue, as the text says, hello. It's nice to see a new face within the Voxens. I'll be sure to give you a visit, friend. Signed, Mr. S. As your vision then fades up to normal, as it just looks like normal binary code.
So they know that I got in. I don't know how.
Okay. Okay. Well, did you find out anything good? Where's he at?
I explain what I found. I don't know exactly where he is, but apparently he's gonna come to us.
Okay.
Just gonna go ahead and say it. This vault's not turning into as much of a good scavenging hunt as I thought it was gonna be.
We're getting healed out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be there, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, that they're fixing up some of our major problems, which is incredibly beneficial.
I'm not saying it's a bad trip, but I was hoping it was one of the rundown vaults that we could get a bunch of supplies from.
I bet that thing with 2 left legs had all kinds of stuff we could have used.
I bet it didn't have any right legs.
So, as everything is going through, right? You're discovering your new discoveries, and your dear super mutant friend down here, as he's done with all of his blood samples, says, "Yeah, there ain't really much I can do for you. You're just kind of fucked."
Thanks, Doc.
I can fix your dog, though.
Yeah, please.
He jams him in the side of his lung with a super stim as the dog lets out a yelp. That should fix him up right good.
The poor dog. Thank you. This guy has no bedside manners.
He then tosses the super stim into the waste paper basket as the nurse Gray says, "You are now free to go."
Alright, I'm gonna
As
wait for
it
my lollipop.
then whirls up its minigun as it then points it at you, and then you go ka-chink as one little firing sound comes out as a little lollipop sticks out of it. "Here is your customary lollipop. Have a
Thank you very
nice
much.
day."
Whee! I'm so happy. Alright, that was terrible. He just hurt me.
Did
He
he
fixed my
fix
dog,
you?
though. He fixed the dog.
I mean, I'll try to go talk to him. Hey, Virgil,
Yo.
see if you can get behind this area.
See if I can. What now?
See if you can get into this area.
Oh. Alright. I'll look around for that.
Okay.
And then I head down to Dr. Bones.
Yes.
Whatever order you want to do all that kind of stuff in. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, so the nurse Gray says, "Welcome to the doctor's office. Please step through the gate, and you will be seen by Dr. Bones. Have a nice visit."
Thank you.
"Well, come on in, have a seat." Or
Yep, I
don't.
come in and sit down. Yeah, I come in and sit down. I don't know where the chair is. Oh, there it is.
So as he sit down and says, "Okay, well, time to get a blood sample from you." He comes over and he pricks your finger and drops it in a vial, swirls it around with a bit of water, sticks it in the machine. "Okay, we should see you in a few minutes now."
Yeah, I got hit with a lot of radiation a while back. It was not good.
He just specifically shot the needle gun into the super mutant just to be a dick.
I feel, yeah. He fixed my dog, though.
Ah, you took some heavy radiation damage then. Seems
Yeah,
that your
yeah, it was,
exterior is well built enough to withstand some of this, as it doesn't seem to do you any worse for wear. Were you a soldier at one point in time?
yeah, I was a soldier.
Well, that explains it.
So they told me about all the experiments y'all do here, with the
Did they
coffee
now?
and, well,
What
yeah,
about
I
it?
mean, we were just talking. Um, and that it you know, we read through the, you know, some of those old journals and whatnot, in the waiting area. A lot of interesting information there. What Uh, what's your part in all of this? Like, how? And you said you don't work on the part that they're doing.
No, I'm much different. You see, even amongst scientists, every scientist needs a doctor. And each doctor needs to do his own role. I'm the medical staff. I make sure everything goes smoothly up here, and I have my own projects, which I can't get into. Personally supervised by our dear doctor and boss, Mr. S.
Heard a lot, I've heard a lot of people talk about him. He sounds like a good guy if he's, trying to help take care of all of this and supervising all of it.
Mr. S is
Um,
I guess you could call him a good guy in sorts.
well, a good benefactor at least, and boss. The the doctors said something that they were the second and third iterations of themselves. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what is that referring to?
Have you never had a multi-generational name, kid?
No, no.
Have you not experienced anybody calling themselves, say, John, and then John Jr., and John Second, and John Third, and John Fourth?
Yeah, but they don't usually call themselves the second iteration or the second and a half iteration. That doesn't sound the same.
Hmm. So you're talking about Dr. Typhon then?
Yeah.
Hmm. He is a bit of an interesting one. I can't get into specifics, but his claims on being a half are true.
Okay. Um, I mean, is there anything we can maybe help you with where you can, I don't know, maybe be a little more forthcoming? I mean, Virgil with us is actually a doctor, and he might be able to help assist with some of the things you need here while
No,
we're
no
visiting.
offense to you and your friends, but outsiders asking a bunch of questions, then asking me to be forthcoming about past research, which is somewhat classified within our own vaults, is highly strange.
Uh, well, I mean,
Nothing is free in
the
this world,
doctors,
my dear son. Everything has a price,
like,
and everything must be paid. In doing so, even the checkup today provides data for me to do my job better. However, you have nothing to offer me. I do not need the help, as this place runs itself. I do not need the extra researchers, as we have many in good supply. You do not offer anything.
okay.
Or rather, anything that I immediately need.
Okay. Is there stuff that you don't immediately need? I mean, things you need from beyond the vault?
He looks over at you. Prying will get you nowhere, my friend, and digging through old files is not the best choice of actions. But if you're truly wishing to pry, Since I'm guessing you're going to meddle until you either die or you get your results, I would say has one of your members gotten contacted with Mr. S already?
Possibly.
Then it is over my jurisdiction and you will have to wait.
Okay. Well, we do appreciate your healing us. And I'm glad that you don't have any immediate needs here. I did ask the other scientist here if there were other people here that we could talk to and, you know, find out anything else.
There are other staff, however they are not on the main floor, nor are they within personal range for conversation.
Okay.
He gets done with the test. He then takes out a serum. This might hurt a bit. Do you accept?
Yeah.
He injects you with the serum. You feel a slight stinging and heat up of your body for a brief moment, as if your body gets a slight fever and then cools down after a couple minutes. Your health is restored and your radiation is cured, as you feel as if your body is getting a slightly younger, like your muscles are getting less used or more reverted, so to speak. He then looks at you and hands
Feels
you
good.
a cup of coffee. Help this to wash it down.
I'll drink it.
As you drink the coffee, you feel a solid lead brick hit your stomach, and then you feel a little bit better. It's like you're slightly nauseous, but it just feels as if you've gotten a little bit woozy.
Okay.
He looks at you and says, well, it seems that you need to go rest. It appears that all these new drugs have not taken the best kind to your system. You probably are just getting a slight academic fever. Or medicated fever, as we say it. Go take a rest in the lounge with the rest of your friends. It should pass in an hour or two.
Sure.
You're
And
free to
I
go, as
proceed
the
out.
nurse lets you out and says, thank you for visiting the doctor. Have a nice day.
And I go.
As you return to everybody, what do you do?
So he knows that we were in the terminal reading the old files. He pretty sure he injected me with what you read about and had me drink the coffee. Didn't really feel like I was in a place to reject him with that robot there.
Well, I guess we just wait and rest here until Mr. S shows up.
Did anybody
Yeah.
drink the coffee in the lounge beforehand?
No.
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 Gotcha. Do you wish to do anything else with the terminal or the room that you're in?
Well, I was gonna see if there was a way to get into this spot here.
You see past the electro. By the way, you don't need to move your token. You can just move your pointer with a right click and drag. You don't need to move your token like this. So as you look through the electrified room, it looks like there's a lot of computer terminals inside and some kind of chair that's kind of bound up.
Is there an obvious like switch by the door or anything like that?
Not at all, and it's not like the normal electric gates. This one is made of pure electricity. As there's several Tesla coils embedded into the floor and ceiling that actively make up a static field wall of electricity. Stretched over a couple of magnets embedded into the walls beside it.
Let's search the terminal that I'm sitting at to see if there's a release.
Okay. How would you like to do that? Like, are you wanting to hack it? Are you wanting to just to search for it? Are you wanting to find clues? What about it?
Just search for it. There's an option to turn off the door or something.
Gotcha. Roll me a history check and a science check.
Okay. History. 6 plus 8. That's 14. And you said science? That passes.
Okay. So what you find out is there's a pretty obvious key. As you scroll through the backlog of the computer, is there is a just a button switch, like a enter kind of switch for the door. As you press enter, though, it says error. Access not granted.
Can you see anything about maybe what this room is used for? Got a feeling it's some kind of a containment room for people who don't take that serum well.
Yeah, I'll look for information related to the room. What it's for, what it has been used for, any kind of logs or anything like that.
You will not be able to find any data on that in this computer, no matter the check you roll.
Okay.
As even with all your hacking attempts previously, it's a hard lock. You could, as you try to maybe hack it, right? Maybe see if you can get around it, hack the terminal. You hack it multiple different ways. You expose all the files. You can see even down to the root of the very system. This one file section is encrypted, isn't in the root access, and is more so kind of like a login to something else. It's like you're almost importing into another computer system through that file, like a gateway key. So unless you had the actual key, you wouldn't be able to do anything, because you can't access. It's a local network key.
Okay. Well, I think at this point we just kind of wait. I have a feeling we're gonna have company. Um,
Yep.
keep an eye on me.
What?
Uh, keep an eye on me if anything starts to happen weird.
Guess we just take a rest for now.
Do we really want
While
to
we
wait,
wait?
Mr. I don't think this is going to be friendly.
I don't think we're gonna be able just to walk out and leave.
Isn't the door like right here? Sorry, I can use my pointer.
There is
Well,
a
yeah, the
door
door's
there.
pretty close, but if Spin has really been injected, we gotta keep feeding him coffee until his parasite dies.
Oh, that's right.
So you all are gonna take a rest here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you take a rest, your body begins to heat up, Sven, as it feels like you're almost boiling over. As it feels like your body is getting cramps at every different level. It's like micro cramps leading into major cramps, then soften down, then cramp again. Back and forth, like a war zone going on inside your body. You can see different colors flash before your eyes. You have weird dreams. You hear voices in your head of the past as you're getting military PTSD flashbacks. Some
Okay.
of basic training, some of combat. What do you want to do?
Um, Virgil, I want you to monitor me. Um, and if what we read is that we have to get me more coffee, give me more of the coffee. And I drink more of
Well, you have
the
to
coffee
drink
that's
more
there in
of
the
the
waiting room.
same coffee type.
Uh, um, and I don't know what type I drink. Uh, I get up and make my way down
Well,
to.
here's the issue. See,
Okay.
you think you get up, is you think you're talking to
Okay.
Virgil, but in reality you're still in your head. Paralysis, demon state.
Okay.
As you try to turn over, as you can only look over, you can't move your body. You can think, but you can't move. As you think you're talking to him, but nothing's happening.
Yeah, let's try to feed him the coffee.
Well, you don't know that he's having a reaction. That's the thing. He hasn't said anything. He's just laying down, resting on the bed there, slash couch there. You all just kind of wake up from your rest, and he's just kind of still tired.
Alright. I'll go in and check on him then.
Roll me medicine.
Okay. Yeah, that passes. My skill points are at 100 now, so
So, as it passes, right, you notice that something's off. He does have a fever. Symptoms are showing up like it was before, where there's a fever, there's multiple spasms in his muscles, and it looks like he can't really move.
and I recognize these as the symptoms described in the journals.
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to carefully feed him the coffee.
Well, remember, you're the one who read the journals, so you know I have to have the same, like you said, the same type of coffee that I did not get here. I got it from the doctor. Because I told you he made me drink coffee with the doctor.
Okay. Then I will go and ask the doctor if the coffee is the same.
As you attempt to leave, you are shocked by the door.
Ow.
You take 6 damage. What do you do now?
I'll examine Sven again to see if it's like dire need or if he can hold on for a little while.
Okay, medicine check.
.94 passes.
So, it's not, doesn't look dire yet. It's kind of like sweating a fever out, right?
Right.
Or sweating out a sickness. He looks bad, but it's not terrible, right? Could be worse. As then the door opens, but not the door in front of you, the door to your side. Ka-chink. Whoops. As it opens and a doctor steps out. And then the door closes. Well, hello, hello, my wonderful little patronage. As he sits into the chair. It seems we have guests. Might I introduce myself, or rather, the thing you are speaking to as my vessel. One of many, I assure you. But he is coming to you live. I call him number 1. Now, how might I help you all today? He
Well, our friend.
He looks at you directly,
Go ahead.
Virgil, and says, well, rather, how might I help a fellow friend of the dragon?
Well, our friend here has had an injection by your doctor and was given some coffee, and we don't know if the coffee he was given is the same that's here in the lounge.
Oh, yes. That's wonderful little experiment. You see, we have a new strain. I need a new test subject, as all of our other little bodies are currently baking in the oven downstairs. And it seems he's taking to it well. That is, this one holds no parasite. It is purely a bacterial infection. It seems his body is within the fugue state of it, sweating out the fever, overcoming the trial and the odds. That sort of thing.
So he doesn't need the coffee.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. If everything goes according to plan, he won't need it at all. If everything does not go according to plan, he will need that parasite to cure him. However, the coffee was just a mere stimulant, something to get the bones working. It was regular coffee, not aided by anything at all. Let's just hope your friend survives. Sven?
Yeah.
You are in your mind given two visions. One of
Yes.
horrible trench warfare, in which you remember your campaign as you went from battlefield to battlefield, and another calming room with your significant other. Which do you choose?
The battlefield.
Would you choose the battlefield? Without knowing any of the choices before? Would you choose the battlefield?
For the soldier, yeah.
For the what?
Yeah, he's a soldier, yes.
So as you choose the battlefield, you relive some of your darkest memories, some of your worst and most terrible, frightening memories, as you also get to relive the thrills and excitement mixed with the fear and utter dread of going to that next mission, that next bit of combat, that next vision. Tell me what you see. A character moment if you want to do it, or I can do it.
Sorry. So I see myself in the trenches, like you said, holding a fortified position, trying to save friends and allies, just raptured in battle, grenades and mortars going off, friends and people I care about dying around me, while I do what I can to try to protect all of these allies and complete the mission.
You went into the mission with 6. You came out of the mission with 4. This process continues of you go in with 4, you come out with 3. You go in, you come out with 3. You go in with 3, you still come out with 3, but the others die around you. You go in and you try to do a bit more to save others, but you lose 1. You're left with 2. All for the sacrifice of others, but for a person you knew as a friend. As it now comes down to a choice, you have a choice in front of you. You have 2 people, someone short and someone semi-tall, about your same height, that are at a position that is not well fortified, but needs covering fire for them to survive. But on the opposite end, the 2 that you know are your friends, but the other side is that the enemy is slowly entrenching, going towards a city that you have been well fond of. People that you know there, you're not friends necessarily, but you've known them for a long, long time of your life. A long community, hold and withstanding. Do you protect the 2 that you're friends with now, the ones you've grown accustomed to, or do you protect your past community? What is your choice?
I protect the friends.
As you gun down the newest encampment of enemies, giving covering fire, letting your friends go past, you hear the bombs and ricochet of mortar shells hit your past town, demolishing it to the ground. As your past shatters from before you, you open your eyes. Roll me a medicine check.
Sure. I fail.
What was it?
I rolled a 73.
You are still in the high throes of the fever. Your body feels as if you are weakening, you're getting fatigued, you're slowly etching forward and trenching on a slow warfare of beating the infection. You feel like your mind hasn't gone yet. Like you're keeping your mental sanity, right? But you are slowly losing the battle of attrition.
Okay.
As you do wake up and sit up to see a new doctor is there, and just as you awaken, he says that I am Mr. S. Or rather, here is my vessel, number 1.
I sit there for a moment, compose myself, and try to stand up. Am I able to stand up this time?
You can stand up a little bit and kind of stumble, like you gotta hold on to like the side of the couch
Yeah.
for balance.
So, on your latest test subject, it seems.
Oh, most certainly. I could not be any more happy. Though it'd delight me if you were
Where do
able
we
to
go
pull
from
through.
here with this?
Where do you go from here? Well, depends. What do you want? You could leave right now with a chance you might die, or you could stay, finish the test proceedings, and if all goes well, you might be able to leave.
How long will it take?
Oh, week or two, if you fare well. Or you could risk it all and do a bit more of advanced work.
I mean, I have friends and allies to protect. Let's get this over with.
Oh, very modest of you. Very nice. The soldier fight to the bitter end. I wonder, how good are your reflexes? Would you like to test that?
Sure.
The hell?
I think that's Robbie's kid.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, all good. It just didn't sound like a kid.
What is that?
I thought I heard like a moan in the background. I'm like, the fuck? So, he says, would you like to test your reflexes?
Sure.
Very good. He shoots you, Virgil.
Oh,
Take 18 damage as you're shot in the arm. How do you respond, Sven?
I attempt to rush to him, to number 1, and knock the weapon from his hand.
Okay. First, I need you to succeed a Radiation check. And a survival check.
Okay, so radiation. That's an 8. And survival check. I fail.
You are a little too weak as you begin to rush up, as you feel your body almost kind of dash forward as you jolt forward faster than your mind could think, as you then trip over yourself, hitting the desk and collapsing. This is very nice, very nice. Let's test this again, shall we? As he backs up a couple paces and decides to shoot Jams. Jams, you take 8 damage to your shot in the other arm.
Okay.
How do you respond, Sven? Jams, do you do anything?
Can I attack him?
You could if you wanted.
I'll wait.
The next thing I do with where I'm at is I run and I jump in front of Lana.
Oh, you're too cruel, my friend. You really think I would shoot the little girl? No, there's a perfectly good dog right in front of me. As he shoots the dog.
Now I'll run at him.
Ringo takes 10 damage. As Ringo lets out a whine.
Yeah, I try to make it to him again and get the gun from him.
Again, radiation and survival.
Nope. Nope.
So, as you, again, jolt, you stumble over the chair as you kind of get up, right? You, stumble a little bit, fumbling. Oh, God, now everything's lagging on Google. Oh, fuck me. Gotta delete some tabs. Okay. So, as everything is going on, right? You stumble over the desk as you jolt up once again, your body feeling as if it's like kind of going through massive... You kind of like hop over the desk as you then collapse falling into the chair. Jams, you're going to attack number 1?
Yep.
Okay, roll me... You can only do a 2 AP attack, but... That's like, what, 6
Okay.
things for you?
Can I do the unarmed?
Sure. That'll be just 1 attack. So roll to hit for your
So what is it to see the hit?
So go to your
Roll
unarmed
what?
stat, go to hit, and then it's a D100.
It says 103, so...
Oh, so you would hit. I mean, I guess you could fish for a crit if you wanted to.
Hang on, I'm in like the fair roll. There we go. What would a crit have to be?
What's your luck?
1.
Okay, so it'd have to be a 10.
Okay.
So you just punch, how much damage did you do?
I think it was like 32.
Fucking Christ. So, as you punch him for 32 damage, you punch a hole straight through his chest as you just see its robotic parts inside. And you also see, while there is robotic parts inside, he is bleeding through synthetic tubes and such. Kind of like a cyborg thing going on. He says, well, that wasn't very, very nice at all, my friend. If that's how the game's gonna be, then I might as well make this a bit more interesting. He then loads.
So he has.
Huh?
Sorry, he has a cardiac arrest modifier too.
Yes, he's a robot. So, what's your endurance stat?
11.
Okay, what's the modifier? What's the number you gotta hit for a robot?
Oh.
It should tell you underneath the weapon.
Oh.
It's our first time using this weapon, so
Okay, I'll go into the thing. So, the electric power fist, right? When you hit it, you have the cardiac arrest modifier for a living target. It's 12. For a robot, it's 20. So you add your. It's based upon your endurance. What's your endurance stat number?
11.
Okay, so you have to hit a robot for 20 points. So one hit is 11 points. So meaning your next hit would
Gotcha.
hit, adding up to 20, meaning you would then induce cardiac arrest, the points reset, and then you can do it another 20 points later.
Okay, and then where's the number for unarmed for the damage?
Well, like we said, that would be a flat damage thing, but that'd be something you just have to remember and calculate. But so if I go into the master doc, I recommend writing this down somewhere, just so you know. But as you level up, right, it'll change slightly. But if I scroll down to weapons, it is in the master doc. That if you scroll all the way down to weapons for unarmed, so what's your strength? Number 1.
13. Yep.
Okay. So with 13 strength, what's your unarmed skill?
$15.
no, the part where it says skill point
Skill points.
under.
Not the hit, the skill points. It's one of the grayed out numbers.
$11.
No.
Attribute.
So you go to your
No,
unarmed
under.
under skill points. It's right next to the hit.
92.
There you go. So 92 divided by 10 is 9.2 times 2 is 18.4. So 18 plus, you said what? Your strength is a 13?
Yep.
So 18 plus 13 is 31. So, because remember, it is for every 10 points of unarmed, you have 2 damage flat. So it'd basically be 10 divided by your unarmed, which, is 9 plus, so times 2, 18 plus your 13 of strength is 31 damage. So you do 31 flat damage.
Plus 5 for my charisma, so 36 damage.
So you did
Fuckload
36
of damage.
damage with your one punch, as he says. Well, if it's gonna be like that, then we might as well make this interesting. As he holds up a gun, and he shoots it at you, James, and shoots it at Virgil. Upon hitting, a wire connects the two of you as a appears to be like a syringe bolt embeds itself into your skin, to the both of you. Now, my friend, you will have approximately 10 seconds to cut that wire, as he tosses you a knife. If you don't, it will both fry their hearts. And don't even try killing me, as I am independent of this machine. It's all up to you now, my dearest test subjects.
I try to do it.
Okay, radiation and survival.
I'm never going to pass these checks. Oh, I might have passed that radiation. It's a 19.
Okay, what's your survival?
Well, my survival was 26, so the odds of me passing, yeah, I got a 36. I failed.
So your mutation arcs a little bit as you feel a measurable speed course through you as you don't really have control of it, but you were managed to get your wits about you as you book it past, going past Lena. You careen into the electrified gate, but you manage to cut the wire. Upon cutting it, it rips out of Jams and Virgil, twisting together into a knot and falling onto the ground. You both take 5 damage from that. Upon doing so, you smack into the electrical door as you take 6 damage from the electrified, but you're a human, so you have resistance to it. So you take 3 damage from that.
Yep.
With that said, though, as you get up, you feel your vision kind of blurry and hazy almost, as you feel your body is shifting and changing. So, how does it feel to finally get control of things?
It's interesting.
What were you gonna say?
So I have a scalpel or something now.
You have a knife, like a basic knife.
No, sure, that's fine. I want to try to throw it at the gun.
Okay. I need you to roll me a performance check.
Okay, I can do that one. That's a 14.
Okay, you throw the knife at the gun and you manage to slit it into the reloading mechanism. Upon doing so, it jams and it fires, exploding off his hand as it jams, and literally just boom, the gun turns into a shrapnel bomb, blows up his hand and jams. You take 15 more damage from the shrapnel grenade of his gun.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't very nice at all, but I suspect that it would be very just justified of what I've just done.
You said you wanted to test my reflexes.
It seems that this body is starting to run low on blood. But I can always give another one this task. As it collapses onto the ground, crashing. The lights go out from the white mask as it is completely shut down.
Virgil, see if you can. I forget which one it is. It's a robot type of thing, so he might be able to scavenge a part off of it or whatever. It's been a minute since we've done these rules, so I don't remember them
his
exactly.
perk can make him interface with machines and salvage shit better.
Yeah. Does this guy qualify?
Let's do that.
He is part machine. He's a cyborg, so you could try to salvage something from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me repair.
What kind of roll is that? Repair? Alright.
Well, it depends. Repair would give you a mechanical part, and medicine and repair would give you a bio part, but you can only do one.
I'll go for the mechanical parts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really know the difference, so.
So a bio mod.
64.
Oh well. Does that pass?
My repair was 100, so yes.
For the future, well, did it? No, it didn't crit. But for the future, if you get a chance for a bio mod would be something that you could, if you had a high enough medicine check, could tempt. It's kind of like getting a Ripper Doc mod in Cyberpunk, right? They're prosthetics that can be put onto your body that link up with your Pip-Boy.
Oh.
And the other one is what?
It's just a mechanical part, either for like a robot, a Pip-Boy, or other mechanical shit. Chance to find a mod,
Yeah,
better chance of getting scrapped.
Yeah, you should go for that one. So to do the other one, he needed to
Science
same
and
check plus
medicine, but he already did the mechanical one.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
repair. Where did I put your perk at? There it is. I'm going to copy that to your Discord thing. There it is. Okay. Okay, roll me a d20.
Okay. 19.
Fuck, man, you're getting all the good checks. Okay, 1 minute. Just gotta type it out real quick. Okay. You found a Pip-Boy mod.
Oh,
Digital aim. When you use an energy weapon, you can interface with it on your Pip-Boy. For one weapon, giving you a hologram sight on your Pip-Boy screen. This allows you to take a scope aim or aim action for no AP, for the amount of shots equal to your level per day. So if you're level 6, you get 6 shots with that weapon for, the scope aim or aim if you choose to use it. You can interface with only one weapon for per 4 days.
All right, and is that just because of my special perk, or can anyone use the mod?
Well, remember it's a Pip-Boy mod, so anybody can use it. But remember, with I'm gonna make a pin post about this because I just want everybody to remember we have a new person. Did I make a?
Yeah, you're gonna have to
chipset
install it.
thing?
You're gonna have to install it in somebody's Pip-Boy. Like this is a chip that you're gonna have
Yep.
to put into one.
Sure, no, I understand that. But he's talking about interfacing with it, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something specific to me.
Ah. I think the interfacing is the Pip-Boy interfaces with the gun.
Well, I mean, our mouse and keyboard is how we interface with our computer. It's just a word. I just took it as a clue and wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, anybody
Yeah.
can use it. The interface is kind of like a cool little holographic, like a little holographic. You know, like the old Fallout 1 VATS where it has like the vectorgram of whatever you're looking at.
I didn't get to play Fallout 1.
I'll post an image.
Either way, I want to install this in Lena's Pip-Boy.
Repair.
She's our energy weapon person. I'm sorry, you said something?
Repair. Check.
Ah, repair check. Got it. Uh, 64, and my repair points are 100.
Okay, so you just auto succeed.
Cool.
Okay, Lena, you now have this digital aim upgraded into your Pip-Boy. As you see a little gunslinger vault boy kind of like revolve a pistol and then like aim down his sights, which makes a big holographic sight on your Pip-Boy that you can interface with.
Okay, and what is that like an extra die or?
Read Wastelands chat. We just discovered. We
Okay.
just discussed it, but TLDR, it's giving you the scope aim or aim action for one of your weapons without having to use AP for the amount of shots on that weapon equal to your level per day.
And those abilities are listed in the main document, so if you read it, you'll understand what those do.
Okay.
One of those is really nice because it lets you not hit an ally if you miss, if they're in range, which hasn't been a huge problem for us because we didn't have a melee person. But now that we have a melee person, you can choose to aim if James is fighting the guy, and if you miss, you don't shoot James.
Okay.
Okay. So just so we all know, I'm going to pin that just as a fresh reminder. So every Pip-Boy has 2 chip modification slots. You can get a max of 4 slots in your Pip-Boy through RAM modifications. RAM upgrades it with 1 more slot. The only way to find RAM is either on Pip-Boys themselves, which you find out in the Wasteland, very rare computers or very rare robots. The other thing about this is you can find holodeck mods, which are essentially just like mini programs you can run through the holotapes, but they have a limited number of uses before the tape heads destroy themselves. Think of like running a mini computer program. Anyways, so after all this, what do you all wish to do? Also, are you okay, Jackie? You sound like you're getting pretty tired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy.
Do you guys want to end it here?
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine if that's what you want to do.
Okay, I was getting really into the session and stuff, so I lost track of time.
No worries.
I do want to search the android for his gun.
But the gun blew up.
The gun blew up.
Oh, the gun blew up?
Gun blew
Damn.
up in his
Like
hand.
Yeah, threw a knife
It
into
hurt.
it and it exploded.
I missed that part.
It hurt me.
Yeah, you should see if maybe you can fix Jam. He got a little fucked up.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty fucked up too.
I'll be fine.
I can do a round of first aid for those who need it.
Yeah, go ahead and do a round of first aid.
All
I mean,
right.
even though, like you said, you're fine, if you heal for another 20 points, it's still 20 more points of damage you could take later.
Well, if we rest, I'll heal it all.
I don't
How
think
much
that-
did I heal for from the doctor?
He healed you to full.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go ahead and roll a first aid for Jams. Succeeds. You heal 25 points.
You hear across the intercom. And it says, "Well, that was very interesting, wasn't it, all my dear new experiments? But, oh, alas, it seems your friend's about done with his incubation." Roll me another survival check. This time, Sven, at advantage. The advantage means
Sure.
you have a plus 15 to the max.
I fail.
Okay, roll again.
I fail.
Okay. So now I need you to roll me a d20.
17.
Okay. So, your mutation has settled in your body upon doing so. You didn't get a very helpful mutation for you, but you still got a mutation.
Okay.
As your, before your radiation check stopped you from hypermutating to then go into a preset of basic mutations, you failed twice, and then you rolled high on your mutation chain, meaning that all in all, while you got an unfavorable mutation for your own genetic strain, it doesn't mean that all is lost. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'll type that out here real quick for you, if you're all willing to wait for that.
Yeah, fine.
Can I
Yeah.
roll my first aid while we wait?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
First aid for myself. Yay! 48 passes. Now I have more than 16 hit points.
I need one and the dog needs one.
Alright. Roll first aid for Sven. I rolled a 77, I failed.
Okay.
And
Don't fail the
for
dog.
for the dog. 28. Dog heals 25 points.
Hooray.
Nice.
Good boy. You really needed that though, Sven.
Oh, me? No, I'm at 54.
Oh, you're still doing good. You got rocked a few
Yeah.
times in that battle.
I did not. He shot everybody else.
Oh,
I
did you
touched
did
an
you hit
electric.
against the wall?
Yeah, I touched the wall. I, as a human, we have electric resistance,
Oh, so it
so I
didn't do much.
take half damage from electricity, which is very useful when you touch an electric wall.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm only down like 8. I'm only down like 8 points. It's nothing bad. See what kind of weird fucking mutation I got. Yeah, there was no way, pretty much no way I was going to pass that survival check. Very low odds.
Okay. So, you have gained the unstable isotope mutation. This is permanent unless you find a cure for it, as your body has solidified with the viral and bacterial, and the parasite has finally died. When you are hit with a melee attack, you will have to pass a radiation check of 16, or you blast everyone around you in 20 feet radius of 1d20 rad damage. You take minus 8 less rads from all sources, and if you die with rads on you, you explode, dealing 100 rads instantly to everyone in 40 feet around you.
You're a glowing one ghoul without being a ghoul.
Oh my god.
Okay. That would have been amazing on Jam.
No.
What do you mean, no? That would have been awesome on you, dude.
Maybe, but you
You're-
guys, if anyone was near me though.
Yeah, but we all use guns. We're not likely to be near you.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, a 20-foot radius is fucking huge. That also means, like, we have to spread out.
Away from
'Cause,
you, yeah.
Yeah, because if somebody runs up and hits me, I'm gonna passing a check of a 16 for radiation. For
You're gonna
me, I
fail
have to roll.
every time.
I have to roll a 13, so I will fail it more often than not, which means I will end up killing the rest of you with fucking radiation. So when we get into a fight, we're gonna have to make sure we disperse.
You won't be feeling it too much from your, negative 8 less rads from all sources.
I mean, that's true. That's why I was saying for Jams, it would have been really good. He's got like a -3 already. He'd be at like a -11. Run up, go fuck stuff up, and just as it hits him, he just supernovas on him. Like that'd have been that's a really cool way for your guy as the tanky getting your
It
face.
is true.
It is not a very good one for me. So I guess
But
we'll
like,
have to
if
try to
we were
see
in
how
a
to
room
do
like
it.
this with the melee character, though, it would not end well.
Well, yeah, but you're also built. You're built. I want to say you have radiant. Oh no, it's giant actually. So you'd probably fail it too. Yeah, you would probably fail the check as well. You'd be popping left and right, which I mean, honestly, that's kind of what you want for that ability.
Yeah, the
Like you
room's
want
40 by 30.
There is a chance we could get out of the range.
It's a 20-foot radius. I mean, yeah, I mean, if he was there, we'd be okay. If he was here, he's touching all the corners.
Yeah.
That 20-foot radius is fucking big.
Yeah.
By the way, just for a visual,
Yeah, that's a 20-foot radius right there that I just dropped. Yeah.
well, yeah.
It's
That
big.
ends session for now.